Hey guys, welcome to the first ever Outer Heaven Lost Cassette Tapes podcast. I'm here with my boy Jay. It's Big Boss. It's your favorite buddy. It's your favorite warlord who uses child soldiers. You can't fucking sue me. I'm white.
Yeah. You can shoot me 8 times in the back though, because I'm African.
I'll tell you one thing. You were, what's his name? What was his name?
Who?
The African warlord. Coney, remember Coney? Well, the difference between me and him, I'm white. They can't do shit to stop me. So first things first. I want to ask you something, Jay. All right. As YouTube's getting a little heated, I think anything should come out right now. Are you a pedophile? Are you sexually attracted to children?
No.
Okay, good. Clearly, sure.
Yes.
Are you positive?
Yes. Why is that the first question you asked?
This is no judgment zone, Jay.
Yeah.
This is no judgment zone.
That's how you get the cops called on you.
That's what the cops gonna do. I'm white again. Last time I checked, I'm a pedosexual, guys. Okay, you can't do shit to me.
If they call them on you, then they'll think it was me, and then they'll shoot me.
They'll shoot him. You'll call him up like, sir, the big boss has 5 children. He's molesting his basement. He'll come up and shoot you. Be like, oh, heard there was a theft. Heard there was a burglar in here. All right, guys.
I'll sprinkle some crack on him.
Sprinkle some crack on him. Nice Dave Chappelle for you.
Yes.
So, Jay, one of the topics I want to discuss right here is actually a new game that's coming out. Really interesting. Really divisive, actually. It's interesting to me, mainly how much of a shit show I think it's going to turn into. Fallout 76. Mm-hmm. What is your thoughts on it?
I think it's going to be a bad game because every online Bethesda game that has come out has been pretty garbage. Okay. But I'm still going to try it.
How many have there been?
Like 2.
Including Fallout 76. Yeah. There's been 1. I'll tell you, I bought Fallout Elder Scrolls, and it's going to be
Fallout
like that.
Elder Scrolls?
Shut the fuck up. Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online. I bought Elder Scrolls Online, and let me tell you, it was one of the worst purchases I have ever made. It is. I may as well have just gone out and done literally anything else.
Did you notice how, like, during the E3 trailers, they just, like, kind of hid the fact that it was an online game? Just, like, help
Here's the thing. I don't think with the trailer itself it was hidden. Afterwards, they asked the questions like, yeah, no, there's going to be only online, which I think is bullshit. I think that this whole thing where it's like every game needs to be online, it's mentally challenged. How hard is it to just go offline, do something like that, you know?
I think it should be where, like, if you're offline, like...
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Go for it.
We're talking negatives. I do think there could be positives, but it all matters about how they make the gameplay.
Yeah.
You play this game, right? Gary's Mod?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure if anyone in the audience has. I'm sure someone has. First of all, a lot of these servers are shit shows, but I've honestly had a lot of great RPing experiences. And I really managed to sort of almost make a lore out of that. You know, every once in a while there'd be a big event where one faction would rise to power and then it was all try to topple them down. Really exciting stuff. But again, that is such a major sandbox multiplayer game that I just don't think Bethesda would be willing to go through. I think Bethesda is going to mainly try to go for a first-person shooter, sort of team-based open world sort of thing, which I personally don't find appealing. I don't know how they're going to work it. I don't know if we're going to look at it as some sort of... I'm sure you've seen those apps online, those like online, not online, those game apps in the mobile store where... It's just you set up in one little den and you send out virtual soldiers out, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to turn into that. I don't know if it's going to be a sort of matchmaking thing where it's like, oh, it's a new map every time you go in, you know?
Oh,
that would be awful.
I wouldn't like that, no. It'd be kind of like Spelunky, though, like randomly generated maps. That'd be kind of cool.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, we've seen it. They're going to be Virginian landmarks. It's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be server-based, if it's going to be... What if it's like server based where you can easily host up your own like permanent server? That would be great for me, but I don't think again they're going to do it. I don't think they're Jesus, bro, I can't do it. I don't think they're going to go that far. And again, we've seen that there's going to be Virginian landmarks. There's going to be Virginian sort of Capitol buildings and such. I don't know how that's going to work if it's going to be randomly generated. I don't know if it's going to be surroundings are different, loot's different. I don't know, and frankly, I don't think it'd be very good.
I think that.
If they have to, sorry, no, go ahead.
I think that what they should do is, like, there are certain games that are like usually strictly online, not strictly online, but there are games that are like you can play this offline, but the experience will be much better if you play it online. I think they should do it like that, so encourage you and your friends to play together instead of just like, oh, you had to play with someone.
Personally speaking, I think I know you're describing. It's sort of like a Borderlands 2
Yep,
situation.
that's the game.
I
couldn't
actually
remember.
think it would be a wonderful idea if instead of, again, they did this whole crazy, like, oh, everyone's got to be their own different thing. They're building a whole big game based on that sole concept. Yeah, it's fine. You do you. That's it, right? We're discussing actually right now a new sort of creation with me and Jay. We're going to call it the Overwatch Jace mod. I'm not sure if you guys, any old time fans, get that back in the day. That's sort of mixing my old name. We might have to we might change it around, but
All
that's
50
what
of his
called.
old fans.
50. I think you're overplaying a little bit too much. I'd say like 5. I'd say 3. I'd say 5 and 3. I have 5 viewers and 3 of them watched it purely to drop a dislike. But anyways, it's sort of going to be a reworking of the Overwatch system. It's purely in betas sort of right now.
Alpha.
Not even alpha. I'd say we pretty much are just shitting whatever out, and we'll see.
We're
really
just playing with
works.
we're playing with the custom settings.
Yeah, we will. We'll announce it if we go public with it. Right now, it's not really going to be looking like that for a while. But I'm sorry, going back to what we were saying. I'm not sure if you've seen it. It's not on console. It's actually on PC. First of all, it's happening in a lot of different games where you take solo games, single player games, and you make them online. I'm not sure if you heard of this. Like San Andreas, New Vegas Online. I've actually played a little bit of it. Very interesting concept, and I believe if Bethesda really wanted to make a game like that online, just follow what they did.
Mm-hmm.
The issue with New Vegas Online was they didn't sync up enemies and stuff like that, and to me it just seemed pointless to a certain extent. It's like, why, if I'm not going to experience the same one and the ARNG is going to be completely off, what is the point of there being other people other than to show up with that there's a weapon in that game. Actually, another reason this game sucked was they couldn't balance it for shit because it really wasn't meant to be a multiplayer balanced game. Everyone would just go get this basic automatic grenade launcher and it would just literally crash people. It would literally crash the game. You literally would have like 2 frames per second as some guy sprints towards you. Boom, 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 boom. It was just impossible to deal with. Which in all honesty, I think is what's going to happen to Fallout 4. I think they're going to even... What? 76. Fallout 76, sorry. Is either one of two things going to happen. One, I think we're going to get kind of like Fallout 4. I was underwhelmed by the amount of guns we had in Fallout 4. Fallout 4 compared to New Vegas, the arsenal just felt much less fun.
Fallout 4 was like the least RPG game I've ever played in my life.
To me, it's not even that. If they really went a route where it was just a shooter as it did, and they had... What?
Why did I say RPG game? Like, I said role-playing game. Anyway.
RPG, good point. Actually, I didn't even know what you were talking about first. But, you played New Vegas. Did you play New Vegas?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
A little bit. You should play the whole game. It's a fucking great game. I'm sure everyone in the Fallout community, everyone who wasn't a New Vegas fan, is like, this guy's jerking off New Vegas again. Oh my god. It's a good game, guys. Piss off, okay? Just because everyone says it's the best game and you're sick of people saying that doesn't mean it's false. Don't mess with that. What are you doing? What?
It's fine.
What are you fucking with it then? Whatever. So he was messing with the weird pop filter I gotta attach to this mag. Oh my god. Okay, well, see, the gravity isn't working. Okay, sorry. Focus on this. Something with New Vegas that I really loved about it was you had like a lot of RPGs. You acquire a ton of money. You had them in Skyrim, stuff like that. Usually, you'd run out of stuff to buy. Like we saw in 3, we saw in, not even in 3. In 3, you had stuff you would spend it on. You didn't even get that much money, to my knowledge. In Skyrim, you played Skyrim. You played the hell out of Skyrim.
Yeah,
you
bought like 3 different versions.
You bought every single version. Really, the only thing you stopped short of Todd Howard coming to your house and letting you suck his cock. Ultimately, you got a ton of money and you never had anything to buy it on because these merchants had shite loot that you could just go get done out of dungeons.
Yeah.
Way higher quality, way better stuff.
Really, the only thing you would spend your money on is if you got the DLC for the house making. That's it.
Even first of all, even the DLC, dude, a ton of that stuff you had to go out and get yourself. It was annoying as shit.
And like there was like a room that you could get to that would just like give you money.
Really?
Like there was a room filled with gold that would just give you money.
In DLC?
No, just in vanilla Skyrim.
Vanilla Sky, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
It's in one of the missions. But yeah, there was like 0 point in doing anything, selling anything, being resourceful after that because you could literally just buy everything.
Exactly. Yeah. To me, I like that. I like, first of all, something actually I think I missed in Fallout 4 was you couldn't really do that. You couldn't really go out and make a ton of money. You pretty much, with DLC included, you had two options. One, you could do a big resource thing, and I like that you could export stuff, but to me it felt a little too manual. You know, there are two different, I think either you go from too manual to too distant. You know, you either have a big real-time strategy game, or you have a literally you do all the bitch work and get no extra profits out of it. You know, which is what I believe we saw in Skyrim and in a lot of RPGs by Bethesda, if you think about it, is you're the general and the Minutemen. You know, there's a meme where it's like you're the general and Minutemen, you go and do a bunch of bitch work. Skyrim, you become the guild master, you're still out there doing bitch work. You know, there was no big picture stuff because I believe that they really go too shallow and they try to cast too big of a net, and eventually the whole thing comes out to where everyone gets a mediocre experience instead of one person getting a bad experience and someone else getting an excellent experience. Really, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, with Fallout 4 again, you know, not only did you not have anything to buy stuff with, you really couldn't acquire a ton of money. Because, again, you did have to get a resource baron using Minutemen, or you become a raider, fuck over your own settlements you built up, if you've been building them up correctly throughout the game, as the game's been wanting you to, and you get, like a little raider loot chest, which, again, half of it, the only thing useful in it was some money, and even then it was some shitty equipment that, again, not worth dick. Not worth dick.
It's not worth whatsoever.
I'm like Bill Gates out there. If I literally would bend over to get an automatic rifle, it would literally not be worth my time. But in New Vegas, going back to what I was talking about, New Vegas, the guns were so amazing, so different, so specialized, and you just, especially Gunrunner's Arsenal, you got a ton of different stuff you would buy it on. Late game, dude, some things I couldn't even afford, even with my tons of money, but I wanted to. I was like, I want money to get that. You know, I want to find ways to get that. It got to the point where I was like downloading different mods to buy different businesses, stuff like that, just so I could have more money to go out and buy an automatic grenade launcher, to buy a super cool chainsaw, to get to get the money and resources to start like wiping out the Mojave, because I just didn't want anyone to be there. It was a really interesting experience. I think we're going to get again in Fallout 76. We're either going to get downplayed gunplay like we saw in Fallout 4, to where everything just seems unvaried. Like in Fallout 4, dude,
that game could have been so good.
It could have been great. New Vegas, dude, I had almost my entire inventory was full because I had so many fun weapons and gadgets to play with. Fallout 4, I had a rifle and a melee weapon. I don't even think that. I think I just had a rifle because everything else I was unspecialized in. You know, everything else, it was either rifle or pistol or submachine gun or anything. I got to the point where I chose a rifle because I was like, fuck it, this is the best like base damage, and there's nothing really else cool. That giant boss, Swan. You know that thing?
Yeah, I know what Swan is.
First of all, honestly, interesting concept. I liked how they were sneaking in different bosses. It reminded me of New Vegas, how there was like kings and queens bloatflies and stuff, or like a king bloatfly, or whatever it was called. First of all, the reward kind of sucked in New Vegas, but in Swan's case, the reward was at least kind of interesting. You know, with a weird legendary mutated boss. Unfortunately, we saw almost none after that.
I don't like
we saw none.
I don't like how if you go up to his like diary or whatever, they like expect you to care about it, and then like when you kill him, you're supposed to like kind of feel bad. But like no one cared.
I never even found his diary.
I did.
I actually looked up on the Wikipedia. I was like, "There's got to be something more to this," and it was like, "Oh, he escaped." Did he say escaped the Institute?
I think, but he was like getting mad radiation poisoning, and that's why he turned into Swan.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't read up on that. My thing is, it just is so. It's like so point blank. It's like, okay, you found that. That's cool. You're a spectator in that game. You really are a spectator. That in Fallout 3, not even Fallout 2 or Fallout 1. In Fallout 2 and Fallout 1, you kind of did your own thing, which I liked. But in Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, and I believe in not Fallout 76, I'm sorry. that's not going to be the case. I believe I'll get into that in a minute. In Fallout 3 and 4, you really were just a spectator.
Yeah.
You really were going to places to watch other people do things.
And pitch in on some fighting sometimes.
Yeah, every once in a while, shoot some bullets. And it just was boring to me because it's like in Fallout 4, especially Fallout and Fallout 3.
But Fallout 4 more so.
I think Fallout 3 actually a little bit more. A little
Really?
bit more. Yeah, a little bit more. I just felt like I wasn't in control. It was the whole thing where it's like, oh, it's morally ambiguous. Oh, you make so many new decisions, so many different endings. First of all, bullshit, IGN. IGN, fuck you for being like, Fallout 3 has so many different endings. Bro, there's was there two?
How many are they?
I'll give them this. There are some endings. Their ending cards are slightly different.
That's nothing.
But that's jack shit. It's like telling me you were evil or you were good. Fallout New Vegas. Again, I'm sorry if I'm jerking off New Vegas, but again, I think it was a very good game, and I think that with the engine out of the way, they really were able to more focus on the design of the gameplay and such. But in New Vegas, I loved how it broke it down for you. Like each faction you interacted with specifically, what happened to them, where are they now, what went down. Fallout 3, it was like some pictures that we were supposed to vaguely get a grasp on what happened, and it was like you were bad, you were good, or
you were neutral.
They didn't even say anything. It was such a weird delivery. Ron Perlman, first of all, I think very good voice actor for it. I liked most of the stuff in there, but his delivery on the final thing was abysmal for the neutral thing, because it's like, the wasteland was a cruel and hospitable place, and if it was good, it was like, but you managed to rise up against it, and the bad is, but you sunk to their level, and the neutral is just, the wasteland was a cruel and hospitable place. And it was such awkward silence, because it's like, do you want to finish it? Do you want to alleviate? But it's like, I asked what my character did, not for the fucking weather report or whatever, the wasteland. Like, yeah, no shit, I just played the game, bro. Thanks for telling me that. Ultimately all these I felt you weren't going out and doing your own thing. Fallout 76 I think I will like purely because you literally have to go out and do your own thing or else it will just be nothing. But again, if it turns into repetition like we saw in Fallout 4, it's gonna get boring, and that's why I'm not going to buy it. I will not buy it until I see what it is, I get a grasp on it, and I like it. Okay, you're gonna buy it either way, and I'm gonna be real with you guys. Don't do that, because that just plays into their thing. The whole pre-order now when you haven't seen gameplay.
Oh, I'm not pre-ordering that.
Yeah, I don't pre-order. Even if it's a game I look at, I'm like, this looks cool, this looks like my sort of thing. I don't pre-order because I don't believe in it.
The only game I'm thinking about pre-ordering is Smash Bros. Because
I mean, how are you gonna fuck up a Smash Bro game? I don't think you could.
Brawl.
What?
Dude, Brawl is the worst one ever.
Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of my house. Get out of my house. You do not talk about Brawl like that.
Dude.
Subspace Emissary.
Alright, that's the only redeeming quality it has.
Motherfucker, it had Solid Snake for the first time in all his ass glory. In all his sneaking suit riding up his butt crack glory, okay? And you're gonna tell me that, it was awful. It was awful.
Okay, it wasn't awful, but there were a lot of things that messed up.
What?
Okay. The game was really floaty and slow, and it was boring to watch, competitive-wise. There's 3 characters in the meta, the Ice Climbers, Meta Knight, and Snake. That was, it.
In the meta?
Yeah, in the meta of the game.
In the meta.
You know what meta means?
Define what you mean by meta.
The meta of, who to play to, win the game, pretty much. Bayonetta's in the meta of Smash 4.
So there's only 3 metas.
No, there's only 3 characters in said meta.
I don't like metas to begin. Metas to me are retarded because that means you didn't balance it right. If there's one go-to thing,
and they didn't balance it right. That's why.
First of all, I will.
Okay, not bad game. It's okay.
First
game,
of all,
poorly designed game.
I'll give you that. That the meta. First of all, Snake was broken as hell.
Oh, Meta Knight was worse. Meta Knight was worse.
I mean, either way, I beat you so bad you had a temper tantrum and flipped the fuck. You were having a mental.
Dude, we were 10.
I know we were 10, but it's still looking back. I'm like, I got his ass then. I got his ass. It's just every time you beat me in one of your bullshit little fighting games you bring over with that, what was it, Rivals of Aether?
Yeah.
I think to myself, I can't wait until I get Solid Snake.
You want me to bring Brawl? I will bring Brawl.
Bring Brawl.
Alright.
Bring Brawl. We were... shit, I don't know if we'll be able to record it.
Whatever. We got way off topic.
We'll see. That's the thing. We're shooting this shit right now. We're not sticking to one strict topic. I'm never going to try to yank you into a topic.
Real quick. So you, like, like stuff like Cuphead, how it's not online stuff?
Yeah.
Have you, like, there's like a new, like, thing that has been, like, coming out. Like, people have been getting sponsored by them recently. Like, it's called Parsec.
Parsec, yeah.
It makes your game think that there's two people playing on the same thing, like, at once.
Oh.
But, like, you can be in, like, different states and it'll be lagless.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay, yeah. This podcast is sponsored by Parsec, by the way. No, it's actually not. No, it's not.
You're going to get us messed up, bro.
I'm going to get us messed up. What do you think, Parsec? We don't want our name attached to this bullshit. Yes. Actually, good point. That probably will happen.
But yeah, it looks pretty neat. Anyway, continue with what you were saying.
It does look pretty neat. It sounds interesting just you describing it. But actually, going off of that, talking about Solid Snake, I would like to say, first of all, what do you have any hopes for a new Metal Gear game?
Do I have any hopes for
Any hopes for a new Metal Gear game?
I would really like to see one. I'm still playing through Metal Gear Solid 5.
I got this guy into Metal Gear, by the way. I got him into Metal Gear Solid 5. And,
yeah, it's a good game.
First of all, no offense, Jay. I gotta say, this guy is the fucking worst at managing
I'm pretty bad.
I go into there. I'm like, yeah, you've been collecting those warriors and selling them, right? He's like, you could sell them? He's at Skullface, and he's now realizing that...
I'm halfway through the game, and I just figured it out.
He has to learn the strategy of fucking going into base and stealing everything and everyone who isn't nailed to the ground. You know? Everyone. Just their guy's stealing, I'm stealing him. That guy over there, stealing him. That truck, mine. You know? Really, you have to have an Israel policy when it comes to Palestine, in the sense that you walk in, everything you see is pretty much yours, and you're just taking back what's yours. And before... fucking Netanyahu comes and shoots me in the head.
Come on, man.
You know what Netanyahu is?
No.
Israel Prime Minister.
Just come on, man.
But okay, for what we're talking about. I mean, personally, I think that first of all, I would love. I'm gonna sound really pretentious right now, but I would love to actually get my hands on the Metal Gear IP. Because first of all, I think if I had it personally,
I'd like to see what you could imagine.
If I could get, here's the thing. First thing I did get Kojima on here. I'd re-release Metal Gear Solid 5. You know, it was Metal Gear Solid 3 Substance. Mm-hmm. I'd have Metal Gear Solid 5 Substance because the game was unfinished. The game was unfinished.
Wasn't there supposed to be like 20 more missions or something?
There was for sure supposed to be one more because we found the files and we found the data and the cutscenes, and most of them weren't half bad. So I'm surprised they cut it. It was supposed to be a spoil. Don't want to spoil. I mean, what are my spoilers? It doesn't even happen to begin with.
Yeah, go for it.
It's supposed to have another fight with Sahelanthropus, which I'm not even that hyped over. It's like, that was an uninteresting fight to me.
I don't know yet because I'm only on mission 30.
Yeah, he's on Skullface mission.
You already said that.
Okay, well you said mission 30. That's what Skullface is. So fuck you. He's on. I was about to say he's on Skullface. He's well, basically the final mission was supposed to be was a final confrontation with Eli, who hijacked Sahelanthropus. You know, he brought him and his little how do I describe them? How would you describe them?
What?
Him and his crew.
I'm not gonna say anything.
You can say it. You have the right. You can say that. He's black. He's black.
Just because I'm black doesn't mean I'm gonna say it. YouTube's gonna strike you down faster than they did. Like,
fuck? PewDiePie. There's a clip of PewDiePie's about what the fucking. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna cut myself short there. And like that's still up and fine. I don't give a fuck what's up. That's like I'm not looking to monetize it. I'm looking to just gain an audience. I'm gain an audience, gain merchandising. You know, right. set up a Jutreon.
Did you say Jutreon?
I'm glad. I was about to say. I'm glad you talked about my anti-Semitism. Way to fucking instantly sell me out, dick. No, I'm 2% Jewish, guys. I can say it. We're cool. You Glenn can't though.
He's got the Jew curls for it. So
I got the curls. You saw my hair, you'd be like, that guy is a rabbi. That guy is like a foreskin stealer. You go to his room and it's just nothing but stars and foreskins lying on the floor.
Stars and foreskins.
Stars and foreskins.
That sounds like a garbage rock band.
That
dude.
is going to be the name. Like, that is going to be the name of this episode.
Stars and foreskins.
Stars and foreskins.
Oh my god.
But what was I even talking about now? Okay. So you you fight Sahelanthropus, you beat him, you accidentally shoot Eli, he dies, you clone him, boom, Liquid Snake begins.
Actually?
No.
Okay.
You shoot him, but he's fine. You wear a Kevlar vest. He's like, oh, it's like, fuck you, father. Oh, you shot me. And he's like, no, he doesn't. But Venom Snake gives him a gun. He's like, you know what? Fuck off already. God, you're annoying. And he books it. Him and his buddies flee. And then Eli's there because he had vocal cord. He stole a vocal cord parasite. And he actually infected himself like a numbnuts. And he was about to shoot himself, but Psycho Mantis came up, who befriended him.
Eli?
Yeah, Eli. And he came and he took the parasites out of him, you know? Apparently
Psycho Mantis is like... right now I just don't understand what the point of it is.
I'm not even sure how it's told, but essentially it's implied that he feeds off the emotions of anger, of revenge, you know? Like, that's why he's stuck with... I knew it spoiled something fucking big. Oh my god, I gotta wait a little bit. I'm not gonna say why, but he sticks to the Man on Fire, he sticks to Skullface, he sticks to, and later on, this is a very small thing, but in the final confrontation, you know, for a moment, he's kind of like torn a little bit, you know, because he sees Snake, he's like, that guy wants to fuck this guy up really bad, and that guy wants to fuck that guy up really bad. I don't know whose side to choose.
So does he just back off?
It's like Keemstar versus H3. It's like, I want to see both these guys fuck each other up a little bit.
I don't know which one I want to see more.
Exactly. I don't know which one I like more. And later on he goes with Eli too, because in Metal Gear Solid 1, it's like, I hated my father. He said I was a little bitch, which he was. And he actually didn't even say that, though, because he was silent. I'm not sure if he met up with Big Boss later on or what. But anyways... Dang it. By the way, I nearly... Oh my god. I nearly just spoiled something so bad. I'm not going to say what it was in that sense. But I nearly spoiled something so bad.
Oh, man.
But I'm not going to say what it was. God, you got to finish that game. Ace, you got to hustle. But yeah, no, that's why he works with Eli in the end. And I mean, to me, even that itself, it doesn't even seem that climactic. You know, I don't think we ever really got a moment. Here's what's weird. Wow. Here's what's weird. Here's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my site. Here's my you know, in Metal Gear Solid 5, you reward heroism, and you know you get money for you get not money. You get like karma. You can defuse nukes and stuff, and the whole thing is you want to get no nukes. I don't get why you're supposed to be. First of all, I do know why. In the end, it gets revealed, and it turns out, you know, truly, Big Boss became a villain in the end. I'm not going to say how, I'm not going to say why, but ultimately, I don't get why it rewards the player, why it wants that player that wants that much to become a good guy. You're saving animals, you're doing a bunch of different stuff. I think, honestly, what they really should have done is, they should have re-released Peace Walker, added in those features, because first of all, nobody bought, honestly, the PlayStation Vita. Did you buy a PlayStation Vita? No, I didn't buy one. Nobody I knew had one.
I literally knew one person that had a Vita. That's it.
I actually do know someone who did have a Vita, but they didn't really play the Metal Gear games on it, which is unfortunate, because again, Peace Walker was kind of just Metal Gear Solid 5, but completed in the story sense. Mm-hmm. And Portable Ops is pretty cool too, though some people say it was a pretty weak game for a Metal Gear game, but anyway, that's a new thing altogether. That's a different thing. I ultimately just think that I think, again, first of all, going back, it needs to be re-released. Here's the thing. Well, Konami, I feel like, is going to fall in the next couple years.
Oh, yeah, especially after they kicked Kojima. Over.
I mean, first of all, you understand what the situation was there, right?
No, I didn't.
Pretty much what happened with Konami and Kojima, because Kojima just did, instead of having like a percentage of sales, he had just I'm pretty sure a salary, just a yearly salary, regular hourly stuff. however much you worked it, which usually isn't the case. Usually they take like a relatively low, if any, and they just get a percentage in the end. They get like commissions. Ultimately, he was going over the entire thing. It's like you want to search the desert and you picked up every grain of sand and like had a magnifying glass and looked over each one. It took like 5 minutes per one. He was going over this like over and over again. He was refining the engine a ton. He was trying to make a masterpiece. And I'm not gonna like jerk him off. I'm not gonna act like, oh, he was some innocent artist. He was taking a ton of time. By the time they got to him, we're like, listen, Kojima, we have delayed. We have given you more money. How much did you have done? He was like, 10%. And they're like, get the fuck out of the office now. Get out. They kicked him off. I mean, because in all honesty, was it a bad idea on their part? Yes. Because first of all, I don't care if this guy was literally like, listen, I want you to kill your children for my game. The guy has made you like billions. The guy's made, not billions, sorry, maybe
Millions.
at least
hundreds of millions.
It's hundreds of millions off sales because this guy had a vision. The entire point of him, like the entire reason that he couldn't go off and do things was because you want him on this project. You were like, listen, you stay here, you keep making Metal Gear games. The guy was like miserable. The guy was like, I fucking don't want to make more of these. These suck, dude. After 2, he was supposed to be done. After 2, honestly, after 1, he was saying giving it. After Metal Gear 1, not Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear 1, he was like, okay, that's done. He actually heard about the sequel coming from America, and he was like, the American game is gonna suck. No, I need to make a sequel so that this doesn't look bad for me. So he made a sequel to Metal Gear, and then it just kept going on. He was like, I'll make Metal Gear Solid 1, why not? It seemed pretty interesting. I'll make Metal Gear Solid 2. Okay, I want to end it here, because the whole Metal Gear Solid 2 was supposed to be like meta. It was supposed to be like, do your own thing, don't just idolize Snake. And then he gave us Big Boss, who me and many other people continue to idolize to this day, which is irony, duality of man. Mm-hmm. Don't love video game characters too much, as I gag on Big Boss's cock.
I think, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
But,
I don't know how I was going to continue off of gagging off of Big Boss's cock, frankly.
I think that even if they had to kick him off, right?
Yeah.
I think they should have at least given him the Metal Gear IP.
No, they were. That is nuts. You are fucking insane if you think they would do that.
I feel like that would.
Don't get me wrong. Would I do that? Yeah, because what are they gonna do? There's no vision left in it. You may as well just.
Metal Gear, dude. Metal Gear survived.
I would prefer if it's kind of even Kojima never touched it again. I prefer they just didn't have it because they could only go downhill with it.
Right.
They may as well just make their own IP. Do their own thing. But of course they're not. They need that brand recognition. Get that money. Get them yen. Get that what was Japanese currency? Chinese is yen.
Chinese yen. Japanese is what is Japanese? I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, okay. But okay, no, for real. But yeah, that's the thing. After Metal Gear 2, he's supposed to give up. He made. Thank God he didn't, because he made 3, and that was the best one of the series. I don't give a shit what people say. 3 was the best. A non-negotiable. You never played it, which is why you need to play it. We need to get a PlayStation 3 in here and record you playing that. Because what I want to do, I want to make a series of sort of a walkthrough through the entire game. He's me playing it. I'm just sort of guiding through him because I already know most stuff on the back of my hand because I'm like a nerd, total Metal Gear nerd. I know nothing about most games, but Metal Gear I've studied. I've studied it like it's my religion. But yeah, so going back to what I was talking about. Kojima, he made you a ton of money. At the end of the day, some of the thing like that, you just gotta kind of grin and bear it. I think, personally. That would be my own idea. Is if he was just some guy who new to the game, he kept getting delays, that's one thing. But if this guy hadn't been proven to just having a name alone that could draw in crowds, he had that. He had that. And that was a far bigger asset.
I think he might lose it, though. With Death Stranding,
Stranding.
I don't know, man. I think he might lose some.
I don't even think he's gonna lose. I don't think he's gonna lose it.
He might take a little hit. I don't know.
First of all, I think personally, if Metal Gear Solid 2 doesn't drag, people don't give him shit on Metal Gear Solid 2. I think if he literally just made dick pick the game, he could get away with it to a certain extent. No offense, did not like Metal Gear 2. Metal Gear Solid 2. Did not like Metal Gear Solid 2. I thought it was definitely the black sheep, as well as most other people. I think it was definitely an inferior game. I'm not gonna give it an in-depth game review, but I personally think that with Death Stranding, so what do you think? Actually, you go a little more in depth
about Death Stranding.
I feel like I'm the only voice that's in here right now.
You just been talking a lot.
I've been talking a lot. You need to talk more. I don't want it to just seem like I'm taking the spotlight.
About Death Stranding.
About Death Stranding. Tell me, like, break it down.
It's
2:23 a.m. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. I think don't get me wrong. Game looks beautiful, right? But like, it literally just looks like walking simulator. That's all it looks like. It's like, all right, cool. Wait, hold on. I want to I haven't seen enough gameplay to be hooked in yet, and it's like, I want to be able to know that I can do specific thing instead of just walking from A to B.
Motherfucker, weren't you the one that was like, hey, I like Detroit?
I was about to mention that.
Detroit.
Okay? I was about to mention that. Okay.
Detroit Become Human.
Yes, I was about to mention that. Like, that game, in my opinion, has a great story, and if this game has a great story,
it's
gonna
have
have to pick it up.
I personally think it's gonna have it really interesting. Did you like Metal Gear Solid story?
I don't know. I haven't played that one. I haven't played Metal Gear.
I mean, just the series as you said.
Oh, I like this one, yeah.
Okay. First of all, you like Metal Gear Solid 5 story. You would love if I just shit on a brick, and that's the story, because that had no offense to Metal Gear Solid 5. I liked it, really. Some people say it has no story. I just don't think it has a fleshed out story. I think it's such a minimalistic story. I don't think it can really be counted as one, because it's just so weirdly self-contained.
But back to Death Stranding.
I'm back to Death Stranding, of course. Sorry, I'm
with the Detroit Become Human thing. Yeah, it's a little bit of just a walking simulator as well. But at least you kind of do something. It doesn't even look like you do anything but move the control stick in Death Stranding.
I haven't seen the trailer, but I can almost guarantee you it's going to be a third-person shooter. I can almost guarantee you that.
Oh, well, sure, yeah.
I'm going to put that out right now.
I don't like the fact that they have a bunch of celebrities in it. Like the dude from Walking... Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the dude from Walking Dead and stuff. And, whatever.
Why is that? Why do you not like that?
I don't know. I don't like having, recognizable faces, I guess. I want someone new. I don't want someone who I recognize, because then it's going to pull me out of it. I'm going to be like,
that's what movies are,
but just wait. Listen. Okay. It's just going to pull me out. I'm going to see that dude, and I'm going to be like, he's from The Walking Dead. This is going to be like The Walking Dead. And I'm going to see someone else I recognize. It's like, what? I don't understand. It just pulls me out of it a little bit,
Here's what I think. First of all, I don't think by the end. I think if we actually buy the game, we play it. I want to buy it at one point. I might have you along a couple episodes to record it. But I think first of all, a big thing with these is I don't think we've seen them get into their characters. I don't think we've really seen that.
Yeah, not much. But from what I've seen, it looks underwhelming. Just in my opinion.
Okay, just in your opinion. Again, trailers. I don't like to judge off trailers. I like to look at people who play it. I like to look at some gameplay. People who played it in depth instead of trailers. Because trailers, of course, are cut. Trailers. I look at Metal Gear Solid 5, bro. It's look at the trailers. The trailers and all that. I love Metal Gear Solid 5 even more when it was just in development. Because looking at the trailers, it was so cool. It's so mysterious. When you get into it, it loses not only a lot of mystery, it loses a lot of cutscenes. Actually, a lot of cut content we saw even in the trailers weren't in there. And even then, we didn't see almost anything outside of the trailers. If it was in the trailer, it was in there, and that's pretty much all you got.
Yeah.
But I mean, just I no, we're focusing. I'm about to bring up Metal Gear Solid 5 Battle Gear. You know about Battle Gear, right?
Yeah, I think so. Just continue. Just go.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. To me, looking at anything, anyone, hearing voices. When I hear Kiefer, what's his name? Mm-hmm. Who's another guy? The guy that brought the Kiefer Sutherland or whatever, the guy. When I hear his voice now, I hear a lot of Big Boss in it, because he made me sort of, for a while, the suspension of disbelief that he was that guy. I personally think that there is going to be borderline no difference between a movie, in the sense of suspension of disbelief. There's gonna be no sort of difference between the game and a game and a movie when it comes to stuff like this. If we do see more celebrities show up in Kojima's games, like I said, they're supposed to be portraying different characters. You know, when you see a movie, you aren't like in Transformers 1. You're never like, oh, that's Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Maybe a little part of you, but for the most part, you're thinking you're the Sam guy, whatever.
We were too young to know who Shia LaBeouf was.
I mean, he wasn't. That's the thing. To me, he wasn't even a big figure. Shia LaBeouf to me.
I didn't even know who the dude was.
Now I know.
Yeah.
Now I know he's some crazy homeless guy who is losing his shit about Trump in the streets.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these celebrities are. Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith. I said Jalen Smith. Jaden Smith.
You did say Jalen Smith.
Did you hear? You remember? I'm not sure if you heard about it. I know my dad actually told me about it. He believed it for a while. I was like, man, that's nuts. How people thought that Jaden Smith died in a skiing accident.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you believe that?
No, I can't, dude.
Did you?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Really?
I knew he didn't die.
How?
It's Jaden Smith, dude.
Oh, is he invincible? Is he God now?
No, that's not what I mean.
Is he God? Listen, what do you mean? Please believe me.
Jaden Smith is always... Was it... Who was the one that, put it out there? Who's the one that put...
died?
Yeah. That he died.
I don't know. All I heard was my dad was like, oh, dude. I was like, what's up? What's up, Dad? What's up, pepperoni and cheese?
Never say that again. Never, ever. Never say that again.
I was like, Papa, what is it, Father dearest?
Stop.
And he was like, dude, Jaden Smith just died. I was like, you know that guy that... How do you say? He's like, Will Smith's son just died. I was like, wow, how did he die? It was like a skiing accident. I was like, wow. And for like a year, I didn't challenge it. For a year, I genuinely thought that. Until I saw him in the news, I was like...
What?
I saw him in the news. For a second, I was like, weirded out. I was kind of weirded out. I was like, wait, didn't he die? And I looked at it. I was like, a hoax. I was like, oh, never mind. For a solid year, dude, I thought he died. I thought he was dead. You know? And I saw nothing from him, so I didn't have any other, like idea of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like... First of all, that's nuts to me. But... What are we talking? We're talking about... Okay, I'm trying to track.
About Death Stranding.
So, backtrack. We talked about Shia LaBeouf. Now we're going back to Death Stranding. Yeah, I don't know. I think it could be good. It could be bad. It could be my thing. It could also not be my thing. But I do think there will definitely be a niche market. I do hope for Kojima's sake it does do well. Because, again, from the looks of it, Kojima Studios are kind of becoming sort of an outer heaven itself of developers. Mm-hmm. To where they're sort of bringing in sort of lost lambs. They're like, because I assume, I forgot who it was, but some relatively higher up guy got actually fired for some bullshit. And he just brought him in. He was like, "You come with me. You come with me now. We're gonna fight these patriots, the patriots that have invaded. We're gonna fight Cypher that has invaded the game industry." Should you
explain to them what Outer Heaven is if they don't know?
Okay, well, for those who don't know, Outer Heaven was sort of the nation state that Big Boss built
in the ocean, in the middle of the ocean.
Was that important information?
Yes.
Okay, it was in the middle of the ocean. If it's not out in the ocean, it is an outer heaven. Pretty much what he did was he recruited a ton of soldiers, ton of mercenaries. A lot of times they wouldn't really be great people. They kind of just be they're hired killers. They are what they are. And they were he also recruited people that were sort of cast out. One of importance was Sniper Wolf. You know that one?
Sniper Wolf. I think I know of her.
Yeah, she's the one that died. Where I was like, I want to make the meme where Solid Snake kills Grey Wolf. It's like Otacon, this is so sad. Play Despacito.
Oh
yeah. I mean, she was sort of taken in by who they called, what was it? Saladin. Who that's what they called Big Boss, Saladin, at least what she called him. Big Boss took her in. He trained her, and she went from some war refugee to a soldier. And personally, I admire that. Personally, I think that's a wonderful thing. I think that's kind of what we need to have. I'm not trying to get big political into that, but I think that's where we need to get with Syria. We need to turn these people from victims into soldiers, into people who fight back for their country. But that's its own thing. That's something completely different. I'm not trying to make this political. I don't know. I think we both talked about that story as much as we could, so I'm trying to think of a segue here.
I do like that that celebrities are willing to put themselves out there to Kojima to like try and help him out, I guess, because like I feel like it's kind of somewhat in kindness because they see that he's in a kind of a bad spot because Konami just kind of.
I don't even think that. I think it's because of Konami. First of all, Kojima is like he's been big on the movies. He has been like a huge love of the cinema. I think he's a charismatic guy. You know, I think because he's been beautiful. You know, it's not just like he doesn't just hire them. He doesn't just bring them in. He's been seen like just hanging out with like some of the actors, just chilling out. You know, him and what was the villain of the white-haired guy? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know his name. In Death Stranding, the white-haired guy.
No.
I don't know his name. But he made the first of the photos of him. I swear, if they came out as gay, cutest gay couple of the year right there.
Who?
Kojima and that white-haired guy who plays the white-haired guy in Death Stranding, because they all kind of play themselves in a way. I don't know. Congrats, you played yourself. But I just want to nail myself on a cross for that one.
Yeah, you should.
But no, for real. Yeah, I don't know. Jay, I got a question. I'm gonna steal actually a question from another podcast. Would you negotiate a deal with King Crab to bring your daughter back, or would you let him behead your daughter to show dominance over the land kingdom of the world?
I think that is the single most dumb hypothetical I've ever heard in my life. But you have just asked me.
If you would negotiate a deal with King Crab, not a King Crab, the King Crab. You get your fucking manners right. You're gonna strike an international incident with words like that, Jay.
Oh, with a hypothetical creature that doesn't exist, I'm gonna strike an internet. Okay, Aiden. Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to know why we nearly lost World War One? I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Want to know how we could have if the Zimmerman broadcast had been intercepted? You want to know how they intercepted it?
I swear to God,
a submarine with a message to Mexico saying, "Hey, let's go mess up the Americans from Germany," was intercepted by a legion of fish commanded by King Crab himself, who decided to turn over this information to the United States of America, to Franklin D. Roosevelt himself.
Shut your mouth,
okay?
Aiden.
And because of that, that's how we won World War II.
For sure, dude. For sure.
Okay. What the fuck is gonna say? I'm gonna say, a King Crab. So let me saying, Barack Obama. You know, really. But no, I'm telling me, what would you do?
Probably strike a deal with the crab, dude.
Okay.
If I had a daughter, I would not want my daughter to die.
Hello, Jay. I am King Crab. King Crab. You must negotiate a deal with me. You gotta negotiate with me, bro.
What's the negotiation?
I wish for you to stick your cock in me. Ho ho ho. What he said?
Can you stop now, please? Can we move on? Can we move on?
A big king crab wrap itself around you and just you start fucking.
Can we move on now, please?
That's a terrifying thought.
Can we please move on now?
That's a terrifying thought. It's one of them wrapping themselves around you. Ugh, it's a big spider.
Can we move on now?
You don't want to hear the fucking nightmare that was the king crab, the king spider, dude.
Stop.
That's who beat us in the Vietnam. They call him the spider trenches for a reason, dude.
Stop, dude. You need to calm down, buddy.
Chairman Mouse, not a legion of spiders time to fight us.
I'm better than you at Smash Bros.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Objectively false.
No, objectively true.
False. If Nintendo wasn't little shitheads about... Oh, it's been 50 minutes. We'll go a little longer. We're keeping things up. Nintendo wasn't a little shit, I'd record me beating your ass in Brawl with Snake. Because Snake is my man, you
would not beat me now.
Yes, I would.
You would not beat me now.
Yes, I will. Bro, I beat you in...
I'll beat you with Snake.
I'll beat off your Snake.
Okay. Say no homo, please.
No, I mean...
Say no homo, please.
I'm gonna take your reptile.
You
I'm gonna take your snake
homo,
pet.
Please,
I'm gonna...
big gay.
No, I'm talking about your snake pet, bro. What are you talking about? I'm gonna go reach in there, pick it up, and just strangle you to death with them.
Stop.
What else do we want to talk about? By the way, shout out, Wallace is coming out with a new album, July 30th. Check it out. SoundCloud. I don't got a link. I'll shoot it out on my Twitter, because I have a Twitter now for, Big Boss Studios. I'm going to link it out on there when it's ready. A friend of mine, go show him some support. when it comes out, July 30th, guys. Remember, he unfortunately could not make it. He was going to be here on the podcast. He could not make it. Neither could Mike. Actually, I don't know his first name, whatever. They could not make it today to this recording, which is unfortunate. So fuck them. But we're still gonna promote his album. You know, I gotta say, me and Jay listened to a bit of the tech demo. I do like it. I do like it, but what was really weird to me was a kind of a song where he was pretty much insinuating that he would like to instate Sharia law in the United States as well as execute populations of Jewish communities. That was kind of odd to me, Jay. That kind of strike you as odd?
Shut up, Aiden.
What?
I hate you.
Were we not supposed to say that? He said I could give an honest review of the thing. I think it's honestly my thing. Okay. I don't exactly oppose that, but at the same time, I think it's kind of odd, you know, between
dude, you're
theming issue, bro. Jay, what do you think? First of all, I might actually come out with an album.
What?
I might make an album.
What?
I know some guys. I know this guy. This guy goes by the name Escobar.
Pablo?
Pablo. I brought Pablo Escobar back from the dead, so me and him could make a metal album. But no, him, Brian. He was on one of. Did I even upload that? I hoped I did because that was actually a really good recording session. Me, Escobar, Brian, and one other guy. I haven't got his name. I'm sure he's gonna be involved in the project at all. We're getting together. We're stop stuff. You know, we're gonna be talking about going out, getting girls, getting pepper sprayed because they think we're disgusting little gremlins. You know, it's gonna be tons of fun. Jay might be there too. I'll have him on I'll have him on the backup track. You know, he'll be I don't know. It'll be something.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, with a commitment like that, how could I say no? With enthusiasm like that. Is there anything else we want to say? Other than I was gonna say something really, really bad there.
The N word, the neighbor word,
the M word,
the
B word, Brock.
Do you remember when people were trying to get other people to say M word instead of marijuana because it was appropriating Mexicans?
I remember when Papa John's was forced to was pressured into saying the N word by his executives. Did I show you that?
No, I know about it.
It was like I pictured him.
Let's talk about that. Did you
say,
know?
It's like hitting him. Say the N word, Papa. Say the N word. No, fuck you. Go to hell. Say it.
Did you hear about like
what the fuck is that? You're like doing some seductive like let's go a little bit, buddy. Come on.
Listen. Did you hear about like why Papa was like mad about them kneeling and stuff, and like why people are mad about or like
because they're black.
It's because the armed forces, the army pays for that. The army pays for all the national anthem stuff in football games. That's why people aren't like happy about them kneeling.
Wait, they pay for that?
Yeah, they pay for that.
It's
an advertisement.
It's basically bizarre to me. That is weird to me that it's like
the armed forces pays for the national anthem at every football game you watch.
That is so weird.
Well, every professional football game you watch.
Honestly, that first of all, I think honestly that no offense to them, but I think it's a waste of money. I think
it is a waste of money.
I think that if we're really going to be trying to helping veterans, this national anthem, I don't think it's going to help anyone. You want to put the fact that we got homeless veterans in every street corner borderline nowadays, and that's how you're putting your money. That's a poor investment. Yeah. So was that Papa John's? Is that why he did it? We was like, oh,
that's why Papa John pulled out.
That's
actually why.
That's why he pulled out.
Yes, that's actually why.
Pull out game strong.
Shut up. But seriously, that is why.
Was that why he used the N word? With Colin Kaepernick called him? He was like, oh, you fucking...
you neighbor.
You could... Yeah, I was saying you could say that, but I was like, do I really want that? Do I really want some theorists being like, he's secretly white?
I mean, I'm half.
That's just Big Boss's voice edited. Jay doesn't exist.
No, I'm just half white.
He's half white. He can say half of it.
Yeah, nig. That's all I can say.
Whoa, man. Better be 1G, Bell.
It is 1G.
Yeah, what would 2G sound like?
Nig.
Good. Okay. What else were we gonna talk about? We were talking about some other stuff too.
Yeah, we were supposed to. What were we gonna talk about?
What were we gonna talk about?
What are
I got a
those?
question, Jay. How would you want your funeral to be?
I don't want to think about that right now. I'm 17, dude. I don't want to think about that till I'm almost dead.
How are you gonna get like an alert like from God? You're almost dead, Jay. You think it's like a phone battery, bro? You never know. You need to put it out right now. So that way your loved ones know. Personally, I want mine to be directed by Hideo Kojima.
That's
Frankly, if there isn't some plot twist where my corpse was secretly working with like 15 other groups like Revolver Ocelot, I'm gonna find that disappointment now. You know, it's gonna be disappointment for me. I want mine to be like a living nightmare. I want mine to be like a haunted house, a big like.
I can see you like wanting to get cremated.
I want Cedar Point. It's gonna be like I'm gonna have my parents hold me around. Where there's an attack, they're gonna throw me in their eyes. You know, I'm gonna save their lives one last time.
Yeah, save your parents' lives, dude. For sure.
But I want in Cedar Point. You know what was it called? Halloween. Halloween. I want the spooky that. I want them to parade my dead body around like a big marionette doll on a big thing. I want to scare all the kids one last time.
Jesus
you know.
Christ, dude. That's
my mourning parents will be there on the side. That's how he died. How he lived.
Harassing children.
Everyone being afraid and disgusted by him.